Joining me today is Pansy Bundle at mystampinspot.com. Today I'm going to show you the shaving cream technique. Tell you the truth, so I've been a demonstrator, I don't know, 11, 12 years maybe, 12, 13 years, I don't know, somewhere in there. And I had never heard of this. I heard someone mention it, so I Googled it, I looked it up, I tried it out, it was pretty cool. So I thought we'd try it today. I always like to start with cards that I've received. That's from Trish. Isn't that pretty? This is also from Trish. This is a sneak peek of some new products that are coming starting next week. Hey, Adrian, how you doing? So that's a little, and some colors that are coming. I think this is awesome. Look at this. This was a birthday card to me from my Stampin'Up upline, Michelle. Isn't that cute? That's the birthday chicks. Love that. Love that. Michelle always does all the things that I would never take the time to do. I love that. This is from Adrian. I believe this is from Adrian. This is from Adrian. How pretty is that? I believe this is going away. I have to look, but I think that this beautiful die is going away. So, okay. Real quick. You may have gotten an email. I know I posted on Facebook. It's on my blog. This is my next class. This is a pre-order. Look at these beautiful, gorgeous new ink colors. The Pansy Bundle. So in this class, you get everything. This is DSP. You can, of course, always add the stamps on if you like. But the focus of this is working on the ink colors. Look at the pretty ink color DSP paper stacks and the cardstock. So check down on the Facebook page and look for a link if you're interested in that. And I'm sure it will pop up again. Okay. Ooh, isn't that awesome? So this is the shaving cream technique. Hi, Victoria. Hello. Thank you for sharing. Sharing and liking and commenting, that is the best way you guys can support me. Very grateful. Thank you, Victoria. So, like I said, I had never heard of it in all these years. So I checked it out. I gave it a try. This was, someone had given me a little gift like a few years ago. So this is retired stamp set and a retired punch. But look at the backgrounds. And I have more background paper. So as you can see, these were all dipped at the same time. This is an upcoming stamp set, which I'll show you in a few minutes. These are all made at the same time, but look how incredibly different they are. And look how different they look depending on what color cardstock you put them on. So let's do this. Let's try this. We'll see what you think. Kind of sticking stuff aside here. So this is a messy project. This is not a project for an afternoon that you're in a rush or you dress nice to go somewhere. Okay? You're going to want to protect your work surface. I have a spatula. You could use, I know, probably the best thing to do, I mean, it's shaving cream and it's washable ink. So, and this is stainless steel, so I felt okay using this. But you could go to Home Depot and get like one of those putty knives, you know, the big wide ones if you wanted. I'm going to use the paper piercing tool. You could use toothpicks, generic shaving cream. You want to make sure you get the foam. Do not get the gel. And for these cards, I used Balmy Blue. I should know this off the top of my head, Mint Macaron. And I used Soft Seafoam. Hi, Gay. How you doing? So what you want to do is pick 3 ink colors, kind of a light, a medium, and a dark tone. And we're going to use a paper plate. I'm going to put these to the side so they don't get ruined in this mosh that we're going to do here. Okay. I recommend having paper towels. I grab Clorox wipes. And what you can't see over here off to the side is a big trash bag that I have. So, coat your paper plate liberally with shaving cream and kind of let it fill up and get a little foamy there. Like that. All right. I thought, oh, look, see, I already have stuff on my shaving cream on my hands. I also have a cloth for my hands. I thought it would be fun to use the new ink colors. Have you seen them? Fresh Freesia, Polished Pink, Soft Succulent, Pale Papaya, and the most beautiful color green in the world. It's called Evening Evergreen. So I'm going to do the 3 colors. I thought those might go pretty together. We'll see what this looks like. So I will tell you this. I am going to start with my dark, which is Polished Pink. You want less, in my experimentation, you want less of your darkest color and more of your lighter colors, because the dark will just be so prominent. And this is a really big paper plate because I intend to do this several times. If you were just making 1 or 2 cards, you could use a smaller plate, less shaving cream. I almost called it whipped cream. This is my Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to do more Fresh Freesia than I am of the pink. And you can see I'm just dotting it randomly. The more color you have, the more color there will be on your cardstock. And then we have the Pale Papaya. And I am going to do quite a bit of Pale Papaya. You want to try not to put your inks on top of the other inks. This is almost like when you do the tie-dye effect with the baby wipes. If you guys ever done that, you put baby wipes in a baby wipe container, and then you dab dots of ink, and then you use it as a stamp pad. Okay, there we go. One thing I love about the refills are they are very affordable, and you can do so much with them. All right, now I'm going to take my tool. Like I said, you could, I'm using my piercing tool, but you could use a toothpick. And I'm going to start by just swirling back and forth to kind of mix. What you're looking for is to not have any big globs of ink. You kind of want it all mixed in, if that makes sense. I'm going to come back down here. Can you see here where there's some big globs? And I'm going to just start to work it through some of the white. Now, if there is a lot of white, there will be a lot of white on your card. For instance, that has less white. This had more white. I dipped this one first, and then I went back and I started to I don't want to say mix, because mix sounds like you're blending the colors together. You don't want to blend them together. You just want a swirly effect. So if I'm using the word mix, I think of like, you know, when you put butter and sugar together and you mix them. That's not what we're looking to do, because we definitely will wind up with brown. So we don't want that. Okay, that's all I'm going to do there. I'm going to clean off my tool, and if we need it, we'll use more. We'll do more if we need to. Okay. Here's the fun part. You ready? Okay. I just cut what would be a layer. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to pop it down. You can use your fingers, but I will tell you it kind of bleeds up sometimes if you push too hard. So I'm going to use the back side of my tool and just tap it. What happens is the ink kind of sits at the top of the foam. It doesn't really absorb down into the foam. So you're really just trying to pick the ink up off the top. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Now you will get messy doing this, okay? So, like I said, cover your work surface. All right, I'm going to set this aside for just a minute. Now I have some areas here that are not covered. I hope you can see that. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold my piece of cardstock pretty firmly with the pick. You want to go in one motion, nice and smooth. Don't stop. Ooh. Now you can't see me. I'm kind of wiping off the shaving cream. Like this. I mean, you can just imagine all the variances of colors that you could get here. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You just want to make sure you use multiple colors. Okay, what do you think? That's pretty cool, huh? All right, now, and you know, shaving cream's inexpensive, thankfully. Go to any dollar store and get it. All right, I'm going to put this over here, and we're going to bring in another piece because I'm going to show you. You can just continue to do this over and over and over again, and each one will be different. Now, I'm using all standard card layers as I did the first time around, but I also cut a couple smaller card layers so that we could try to double mount it. These pieces will not be dry by the end of this video. I had to leave my other ones sit about a half an hour in order for them to be dry enough. Hi, Donna. Hey, Trish. How are you guys? Thanks for tuning in. Okay, you ready? Now again, I got some white in the middle. I'm not going to have a heart attack over it. Let's see what happens. Nice even pressure. You don't want to stop in the middle. I'm going to throw away my little scoop here. And come back over here. It almost looks like cake frosting, doesn't it? Isn't that kind of cool how it sits on the paper? Okay, ready? Here we go. Now, I'm going to show you, for this one, I'm kind of not liking how I feel like the whole center here didn't get any color. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick a very colorful spot, and I'm just going to put that back in. Plop. We'll pull that back up. And now let's see what we get. You ready? A little better. A little better. And it's very important to go, even though you think you're getting the edge, make sure you spin it and do the opposite side so that you get every little bit of shaving cream. Okay? Now, I don't mean to be fussy, but that looks like I missed a spot, so I'm going to just put that back in. Plop. There we go. And off. Very cool. Okay, now I'm going to try a smaller one. Like I said, this little bit of shaving cream goes so far. You can do layer after layer. It's great. Hi, Victoria. How are you doing? It's pretty cool. All right, here we go. All right, this one has a lot of white. So I may redip this. I may not. I don't know. We'll see. So sometimes when you have a lot of white, it's good because you could do, like say you were going to do a punch greeting over this. Having some white might be good if you wanted to use colored paper. I could use my hands for this, but I'm trying not to get as much ink all over my hands. Okay. Now again, I'm not happy with what's going on right in here. So I'm just going to redip that. I'll put that in here. Not too technical. And let's see. Boy, that one spot is being stubborn. I don't know. But that's okay. It'll be equally as beautiful. Especially once you get some ribbon and some embellishments and... don't know. I think I might have put the wrong side in, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to do one more. One more, and then I'm going to show you a couple things about when you're done. So like I said, you're going to want to leave these flat to dry. I would say at least a half an hour. I guess it kind of depends on how much actual ink you've used. Hi, Laurie. How you doing? Yes, this is regular cardstock. This is not even the thick white. This is just regular, basic white cardstock. Like this. You know what might be fun? I probably should have tried it. I wonder with the texture in the what's the word I'm looking for? The watercolor paper, you know how that kind of has a texture? I wonder what that would be like. You know what? If I have a pack right here, I'm going to grab it so we can test it out and see what happens. Let me grab some watercolor paper so we can try it. You could run these through the embosser. I mean, there are just so many things we could do with this, right? And look, I mean, the color combinations are endless. Literally endless. This does not want to open for me. I don't know where to get this open. Clean that off before I go put it on my paper. See, I wasn't planning on doing this, sorry. But I'm telling you, this is like contagious. Once you start, you can't stop. It's fun. Okay, so this is the textured, heavier duty cardstock. I'm just going to cut it a little bit smaller. Just because this is, what is this? This is 5. I'm just going to cut it by 3.5. All right, let's see what happens with this. Now, I haven't tried this. I have not tried it on colored cardstock, or I do have a piece of embossed here. We'll try it with that guy. And you know what? I can grab a piece of colored. This was an embossed shape I had done, so we'll try it on this. Okay, so this is the watercolor. I don't know what this is going to turn out like I said. I've not done it on this. But I'm thinking the texture might be kind of cool. So this is a thicker, heavier weight cardstock. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing is it attracts a lot more shaving cream, which is fine. I have to put this out of your view for a minute. So see how much goopier this piece is than the other piece we were using? Oh, but you still get a very pretty effect. So I have to say, it almost looks to me like the colors are a little richer in this piece. I don't know if you're seeing that on the camera, but to me, these colors are looking a little bolder on this watercolor paper than here. Now, maybe it's just the way it picked up the ink. I'm not certain. We'd have to continue to experiment. Let's try it on Gay Suggested on embossed. So I have this embossed shape. I'm going to put that in, see what happens. Oh my. Okay. I feel like I'm in 7th grade science class. Do you all feel like that's where you are? That's what I feel like. I'm telling you, this is really contagious. I highly recommend you try it. And as far as I can tell, the only key is pick 3 colors. A light, a medium, and a dark. So I thought we might see more of the embossed lines, but don't feel like we are. Let me see here. This piece of paper is getting pretty messy over here. I'm going to pull it this way too. Like that. It's kind of cool. It's a lovely tag, isn't it? That's beautiful. All right, so because you asked, Gay, I'm going to try it on a light color cardstock. I have some cut card bases over here. So I'm going to try this on, how about this Blushing Bride? I'm just going to cut it down, guys, so it's not so big going in there. I'm doing a 4 by 5 1/4. And let's see what happens. So I think obviously if you tried it on a dark color, it might not work. So I have some big globs over here and not a whole lot in the center. So I'm going to try to carefully work this back if I can. Like this. If not, I may need to dip it twice, because I'm afraid to pick it up and scoop it in the middle because I'm afraid it'll be brown. So let's try this. I'm going to put it more towards the edge and see if I can kind of push it that direction. So this is colored. I have not tried this. I don't know what this is going to look like. So we have the 3 new ink colors, Pale Papaya, Fresh Freesia, and Polished Pink. And I am putting it on Blushing Bride cardstock, which may be not the best choice, but it was what I had sitting on my desk. So I could do more ink drops, but Trisha, but the situation in the center was that it was missing shaving cream. So really, I probably could have added more shaving cream and then some more ink drops. Maybe that would have been the way to go. Okay, so I got a whole splotch here that didn't pick up any ink. But that's okay. I'm going to scrape it and then we'll re-dip it if need be. Interesting. It has a much deeper, darker tone, obviously, because of the dark. Maybe this would have been prettier on yellow. This work surface I'm working on is pretty gross. I really should have changed this paper out. There we go. So yeah, Trisha, in that case, we could have added more shaving cream and then some more re-inkers. I'm going to go back and put a little in there and see what happens. I don't want to do too much because I don't want the whole paper to turn brown. Whoop. Okay. If you could see my barrel over here with all the shaving cream on the side. It's kind of funny. There you go. What do you think? What do you think? All right. Hi, Cheryl. How you doing? Try the Pale Papaya. Oh, adding it for color, you mean? All right. I'm putting this over to the side because it's kind of a big mess. I'm going to wipe my hands up, and I'm going to put these papers off to the side to dry for a minute. So I did the smaller layers because I was thinking that, you know, if you had a big card base, you could do a second layer. Oh, the cardstock. Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm going to try that, Cheryl, real quick. Let's try the Pale Papaya cardstock. Sometimes you just have to spell it out for me, Cheryl. I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. Got to go across the room to grab it. Okay. Cutting it. I'm just doing a narrow strip because it's a piece of scrap. Let's try this one and see what happens. Good suggestion, Cheryl. I've made a mess. Yeah, Donna, it's kind of cool, isn't it? Like I said, I've been a demonstrator for like 12 or 13 years. I had never seen or heard of this. I am shocked. So when I heard a couple demonstrators clamoring about it, I thought, I got to check this out, see what this is all about. And as you can see, as we're doing here, you could literally do this all day long. It's kind of addictive. The only thing you can't do is you can't mount these on a card base immediately. Okay, let's see. I don't know if maybe I didn't have quite enough ink. We'll see. So this is on the new ink color, Pale Papaya. Ooh, that's pretty though. Didn't have a ton of ink on it, but it is very pretty. Look at that. What do you think? Who's going to be trying this weekend? That's what I want to know. Isn't that pretty? There we go. Hey, Mary Jo. Good to see you. Yeah, so there we go. This is on the Blushing Bride paper. This is on the brand new Papaya color. This is watercolor paper, which I actually think is a little more vivid. This is just regular white cardstock. And this one is on embossed. So I'm going to set these off to the side to dry for just a minute. We're not going to be able to use those right now, I'm sorry to say. But I do have a new punch. Trish, you're ordering shaving cream right now. Yeah, go for the cheap kind. You don't need anything expensive. It just needs to be foam. Don't use gel, just foam. And like I said, if you don't want to use your good spatula, mine happens to be a Pampered Chef one out of my kitchen. If you don't want to use your expensive tools, go to Home Depot and buy a putty knife or something. Okay, this is a new punch. This is the new In Color Soft Succulent. It's just a basic card base. Ooh, new stamp set, Inspired Thoughts. This is pretty good. It has a little bit of everything. Peace, love, joy, hello, sheltering you with love at a time when words fall short. It's got a Christmas greeting. I use this one. It's your time to be remembered, to feel appreciated, and to know you're celebrated. This is all in the new catalog. So I've punched this out. And I thought we might make one quick card. So even though these colors, Soft Succulent was not used in this, I thought that these colors complemented it. I think I'm going to go with the darker one. Now, one thing you'll notice is that the paper crinkles a little bit. Okay? So, you like the white the best, Donna? It's pretty cool. Victoria's going to try it this weekend. So what I have found, you guys know me well enough to know that I use Seal for everything. I love Seal. It is my favorite. I know a lot of people like this Tombow glue. I'm not a huge fan of it because it's messy for me. Because I kind of tend to rush through everything. And I have a heavy hand and I put too much on. The regular Seal is not going to hold this once you've done it with the shaving cream. So use either Seal Plus, which I actually was out of. That's the one good thing about the Tombow is you can reposition this. I'm going to just put this down for a minute with a little bit of weight. Use either the Tombow liquid glue or the Seal Plus, not just your regular tape runner. You probably could also use the double-sided sticky tape as well. Okay, I have that. I have my new shape I just punched out of white, and I'm going to use one of these new colors. I think I'll use the Soft Succulent color. And let's see what's going to fit in here. How about Peace, Love, and Joy? Peace, Love, and Joy. There we go. Oh, I just dumped one of my stamps in the trash. Warning, warning. Jeez, and I can never find my stamps half the time. I wonder why. All right, I'm using the Soft Succulent ink because that's what I used for the card base. And I am just going to ink this up. Hope I get it straight. I actually just got ink on that, so I'm going to flip it over. There we go. I got the halo. I pushed too hard, but that's okay. Don't push so hard in your ink pads. Now, this is interesting, isn't it? You can, with this punch, make this into a much longer tag if you wanted to put it on a package. I'm going to use it as an embellishment. This is the new In Color ribbon. It's fabulous. This is all part of that card class. You get 2 yards of each of the colors. Each of the 5 colors in the card class that I was showing you at the beginning of the video. How pretty are those? This is very reminiscent of the free celebration ribbon we had a few years ago that everybody went nuts over. They brought it back in the In Colors, and I'm very pleased. I'm just tying a square knot. I'm not doing a blow because I know people hate bows. So I'm just going to do a square knot. Trim up these ends. If I can find some dimensionals. I know I have some somewhere. Well, all I have is the mini ones. I'm going to make them work. It's kind of big to be using mini ones, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just have to make do. If you could see my trash barrel full of shaving cream over here. And I think I'm just going to put that like that. And these are sitting on my desk, so I think I'll put a couple of these adhesive back sequins on. Just for a little something something. There we go. And that's it. It's as easy as that to assemble. So, I hope you guys try it. If you try it, share your pictures to my page. Show me what you've made. Show me what you've done. I'd love to see it. And look at every piece comes out completely different. Every piece. So it's kind of really, it's a fun little technique. It's messy. It's a good Saturday afternoon project. Thanks for watching. Like I said, share your cards that you make with it once you try it to my Facebook page. Okay, guys? Hey, thanks for joining me on this Friday afternoon. Have an awesome weekend. When these dry, I'll make some cards with these and post them to the Facebook page as well. Okay? See you soon, guys. Bye.